Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lando from the Snap coming at you with another What to Do With video. And today we're talking about Dameon Pierce, the rookie running back out of Houston that looked to be one of the safest running backs of the year and a breakout rookie for the Texans. But these past 2 weeks have been concerning. So we got to figure out, can you trust him going into the fantasy playoffs? And once you're in the playoffs, will he win you a fantasy championship? Because these past 2 weeks have been bad and really bad. So I'll get into everything today. So make sure to like this video and comment down below if you have a question about Dameon Pierce. We answer every single subscriber question. So maybe it's a start sit, a trade question if those are still open. Get me in the comments and I'll give you the best advice I can. If you're behind in a matchup or ahead, it matters. The context matters because it doesn't seem like Dameon Pierce has the ceiling he once did. So let's get into it. These next few weeks, the matchups are pretty tough. We got Cleveland, Dallas, Kansas City, Tennessee, Jacksonville. None of those matchups are easy, and it's really not Dameon Pierce that's struggling. It's the Houston Texans as a whole. So that team will continue to struggle. And if they're behind early like they were against Miami, Dameon Pierce just really isn't as involved. He only had 5 attempts last week for under 10 yards. The week before, he had 10 attempts for only 8 yards. What I do like to see is some targets. Last week he had 6, only 3 receptions, but low yardage again. It was a tough week for the Texans as a whole. It was a very weird game where the Dolphins benched half their starters, or most of their starters at half, So we need to reevaluate Dameon Pierce because I think he still has a relatively safe floor. In the coming matchups, I think he's got about 8 to 10 points, but that ceiling play isn't quite there with him anymore. So if you're considering a flex play and you need a high upside player, I would consider someone else. I would go to a Garrett Wilson type, heck, a Zay Jones, a Christian Watson. Those kind of wide receivers I'd consider over a guy like Pierce if you need to get that high upside, high play. If 8 points or 10 points isn't going to do anything for you, you need that 15 to 20 points. I think some of those explosive rookies are the way to go. Now, on the other side, if you have some big plays and all you need is a floor, I do think he's relatively safe going forward. I know he hasn't shown it in these past few matchups, but I do think that will be the case. For him to get the 15 to 20 carries going forward is a very safe projection based on his entire season of getting that. I don't think he's not injured right now. He is still the guy in Houston. So I still like Dameon Pierce. And if you're in a dynasty league, I think trading for him would be a good bet because of all the picks that Houston has in the coming years. So Dameon Pierce, I am concerned. You should not auto start him every week. So let me know your other options that you're considering. Even Isaiah Pacheco, I might even consider him over Pierce right now. And that's tough to say because I really think Pierce was on track to be one of the breakout young running backs in the league. So I wish he was on a better team. I do like him as a player, and I think he does have some upside. He just needs to get in the end zone. And if the Houston Texans aren't scoring, you're a bit concerned with Pierce as a whole. All right, guys, let me know what you're doing. Are you concerned? Are you smashing that panic button already for Pierce? Get me in the comments. We are Snap_Fantasy. If you have start-sit questions or last-minute questions, we are live on Sunday. Mac and I will give you and discuss the best options you can to win your matchup with all the current news that we have. All right, guys, stay tuned to the Snap. Again, we're Snap_Fantasy on Instagram and Twitter. You can DM us on there as well. We will see you next time.